Yes, students, welcome back to again mathematics class. So we are discussing model paper 2. Okay, so now model paper 2 part 2 we have to do now. So we have discussed in the first video actually total 20 questions. Now we are continuing that one. So we have to discuss question number 21. So look at the question number 21. Actually this is a key answer part. Okay, here we have the answer also. So question is, in the given graph, the length of BP is. So in the given graph, length of BP is. Very simple question. BP you can check from the graph sheet. Total 2 units are there. Okay, 1 box, 2 box. In the sense 2 units. So which option is right actually? Option A. Yes, option A is the right answer. Okay, so 21 question easy, no? Same to same question you have in the actually last question paper also. Okay, so next question number 22. Don't see the answer, will. Is it visible for them? No, no. Okay, see here, question number 22. If P of xy divides the line join A of x1 comma y1 and B of x2 y2 in the ratio m1 is to m2 and then x and y are equal to. X and y are equal to. So this formula, you are familiar with this formula, no? If P of xy, point xy divides the line joining in one ratio. So section formula. This is actually section formula. So what is that section formula? So one point which divides the line segment in one ratio. Okay, 3 is to 2 or 2 is to 3. So then how to find out that point actually? P of xy we have to find out, no? So then x and y are equal to. Which option is right? Which option is right, students? Someone actually they have sent the message. Vaishnavi is telling that option B. Sumukigdi is telling that option A. Option A. I'm waiting for others' response also. They are getting different answers here. Why we are getting different answers here? Option A, option B. Why? Fatafat. Which option is right? So we'll look at here only. M1 x1 plus M2 x2 divided by M1 plus M2, then M1 y1 plus M2 y2 divided by M1 plus M2. Then another one, M1 x2 plus M2 x1 divided by M1 plus M2. Then M1 y2 plus M2 y1 divided by M1 plus M2. Bhuwana is telling that option C. M1 x2 minus M2 x1 divided by M1 plus M2, M1 y2 minus M2 y1 divided by M1 plus M2, then M1 x2 plus M2 x1 divided by M1 minus M2, then M1 y2 plus M2 y1 divided by M1 minus y2, M1 minus M2. Which option is right actually? Section formula. So I think many of the students you forgot the formula section, right? No? Formula. Yeah, option B is the right answer. No, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. Then y is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Got the idea of this one now? So remember this actually formula is option B. Let's look at the answer section. Option B. Yes. Okay, so we are moving to next question now. It's okay. Answer is showing. No problem. We cannot hide. It's okay. In the cumulative frequency distribution, question number 23. In the cumulative frequency distribution table given below, the number of families having income range of rupees 20,000 and rupees 25,000 is. Okay, in the cumulative frequency distribution table, here it is cumulative frequency distribution table is given. The number of families having income range 20,000 and 25,000 is 20 in the 25,000. Cumulative frequencies distribution is given in the sense, how can you guess the number of families? Illi kutumbagala sankhye, number of families is given, no? Actually, this is cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency in the sense, you all know addition of frequencies. But we need the number of families whose income range is 20,000 to 25,000. How can we find out that one actually? Here you just observe 20,000, 25,000, then more than 25,000. Here 20,000 more than 20,000. This one is 25,000 more than 25,000. So ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ 50 minus 37. So if we subtract these two, we'll get the exact number of families. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ 50. ಸೊ 20,000 ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 20,000 ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 50 ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 25,000 ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 25,000 ಇರೋ 37 ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, 50 ಮೈನಸ್ 37 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 20 and 25,000 ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 50 minus 37, which is equal to option C, 13. Is anybody got the answer for this question? How many of you got the answer for this question? Yes, Nivedita is telling that yes. Got the idea, no? This is more than 25,000. ನಮಗೇನು ಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ದವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರೇಂಜ್ 20 ಮತ್ತು 25,000 ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿರೋರು ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 20,000 ಮತ್ತು ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 25,000, ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಕ್ಯುಮ್ಯುಲೇಟಿವ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 50 is given. More than 25,000, so 37 is given. So we have to subtract 37 in 50. Okay, so then you will get 13 answer. Okay. Question number 24. Question number 24. The average marks scored by a student in a test of 6 subjects is 18. Mean is given. Average marks scored by, average in the sense mean only, no? Mean is given. 6 subjects is 18. The sum of the marks scored by him in 5 subjects is 86. 5 subject in a sum 86. Then marks scored by him by the 6th subject. 6ನೇ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ 6 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 6 ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. Same to same type of question we solved it in the last paper, right? No, 6th subject we are taking as x. Then 5 subject in a total 86. 6ನೇ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸಮ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? 86 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು? 6 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ವಿ ನೋ 18. Sum of all the observation divided by total number of observation, which is equal to mean formula. Sum of all the observation, 5 subject plus 6th subject, that is 86 plus x, divided by number of observation is 6, then which is equal to mean is 18. Then 86 into 18, okay, sorry, 18 into 6, then 86 plus x is equal to, so that is x is equal to 108 minus 86, that is 22. Option D, 22 is the right answer. Got the idea of this problem now? 24th question. Yes. Next is question number 25. Question number 25. So the median and mode of a grouped scores are 26 and 29 respectively. Then the mean of the score. Just recall model paper 1. In the model paper 1, we got the empirical relationship between the 3 measures of central tendency, right? So what is that 3 measures of central tendency? 2 mean, which is equal to 3 median minus mode. Got the idea of this one, no? So we have the measure of central tendency concept, no? 3 median, which is equal to, here they took the direct form actually. Illi ಏನು observe ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, no need to get tensed. Mataji, we don't know this one minus and all. So they have arranged Why they have arranged? Because they have to find out mean alva. Mean ge ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is the original relationship actually? 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode. Original formula ಏನಿದೆ? 3 median ಅನ್ನೋದು 2 mean plus mode ಗೆ equal. Here we have to find out mean alva. So mean which is equal to 3 median minus mode ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮೋಡ್ ನ ನಾವು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. So 2 mean which is equal to, so here we have actually median is 26, that is 3 into 26 minus mode is 29, so then 78 minus 29 which is equal to 49. So mean which is equal to, so 49 divided by 2, here because 2 mean is equal to 49 we got, we have to calculate mean actually. 49 divided by 2, that is 24.5. Got the idea of this concept now, students? Empirical relationship between the three measure of central tendency, that is 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode actually. But when we have to find out the mean actually, so we can arrange that same relationship in the form of 2 mean is equal to 3 median minus mode. Got the idea of this one, no? Option D is the right answer. Question number 26, right now? Question number 26. In the given figure, angle B is equal to 90 degree. AB that is equal to BC that is equal to 2 centimeter. Then the length of AC is. Okay. In the given figure ABC, B 90, AB, AC equal. Then the length of AC is dash. Right angle triangle, AB is given, BC is given. In the right angle triangle, if two sides measurement is given, then how can we find out the third side using Pythagoras theorem? So Pythagoras theorem definition is, in any right angle triangle, square on the hypotenuse which is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So that's why AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Then AC square is equal to 2 square plus 2 square, that is AC square is equal to 4 plus 4, 8. So then 8 we can split in the form of 4 2s are 8, that is 2 root 2. AC value is 2 root 2. By no need to work out this much for multiple choice question and all, because you all know in the right angle triangle if 2 and 2 measurement is there, 2 root 2 is the answer. From in 9th standard you have worked out this type of problem when constructing the numbers, root numbers on the number line, no? Yes. Now question number 27. Question number 27 is, in the triangle ABC, if DE parallel to BC, then the relation which is true is. In the triangle ABC, if DE parallel to BC, then the relation which is true is. One triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. For that we have to see the options only. By looking the option only we can give the answer. True relationship. Option A, AC by AD. See here, AC by AD. So first one not possible. Next, AD by DE. AD by DE, it is not possible. This is also wrong. Okay. Third one, AD by AB. Okay, somewhat okay. Then AE by AC. Well, let us do the last one also. AB by BC. AB by BC, not possible. Option A, B, D. It is not possible. Which is the right answer actually? This AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. So, okay. So, you all know this relationship right now. So, 27th question, option C is the right answer. Okay, look at the answer. Option C is the right answer. Clear now? Now, 27th question is over. Okay, 28th. Okay. Now, question number 28. Triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR and their areas are in the ratio 25:9. Okay, two triangles are similar. Then areas are in the ratio 25:9. If BC is equal to 5 centimeter, then length of QR is, we all know that when the two triangles are similar, then the ratio of their areas equal to the ratio of the square of the corresponding sides, no, square of the ratio of the corresponding sides. Let us recall that property actually. When the two triangles are similar, then the ratio of the areas of the similar triangle, which is equal to the square of the ratio of the corresponding sides. According to that condition, triangle ABC divided by triangle PQR is equal to, their corresponding sides are BC and QR. So square of the ratio of the squares of this one, no, BC square by QR square. Now we have actually area, that is 25 divided by 9, which is equal to BC square is 5 square divided by QR square. So now QR square, which is equal to here 25 divided by 25, this comes to this side, okay, then 25 into 9. So 25 by 25, which is equal to 1. 1 into 9 is 9. QR square is 9. QR square is 9, in the sense QR value is 3. Got the idea of this one, no? Yes. This is about the question number 28. Easy question, no? Now, question number 29. The measure of three angles of a triangle are in the ratio 1:2:3. Then the triangle is. It's a very simple question actually. Option equilateral, option B right angled, option C isosceles, option D obtuse. You all know when the triangle sides ratio is given, okay, three angles ratio is given, it is easy to find out the unknown angles. 1:2:3. But we know that angle sum property of triangle is 180. So you can take 1x plus 2x plus 3x is equal to 180. Then 6x is equal to 180. Then x is 30 degree. X 30 in the sense first angle is 30. Second angle is 2 into 30, 60. And in the third angle, 3 into 30, we got 90. In a triangle, if one angle measurement is 90 degree, then such a type of triangles are called as right angled triangle. Very easy question, no? Easy question? Yes. Okay. Now, the last one is true statement in the following. ಸರಿಯಾದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, keep it in mind question. True statement we have to search. Option A. Two similar triangles are always congruent. Okay. So, true statement ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸರಿಯಾದ ಹೇಳಿಕೆನ ನಾವು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಡಿ. ನಮ್ಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ? ಟೂ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರುಯೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇದು ಟ್ರೂನಾ ಫಾಲ್ಸಾ? ಎರಡು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕಾಂಗ್ರುಯೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. A square and a rectangle are always similar. Square and a rectangle are always similar. Square and a rectangle are always similar. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸುಮಾರು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನೂ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬಿಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಥರದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ 4 ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇದು ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆರ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೂ ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರಿ? ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್. ಟೂ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರುಯೆಂಟಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಖಂಡಿತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರುಯೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಖಂಡಿತ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಗಿರ್ಲೇಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸು ಕಾಂಗ್ರುಯೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಯಾವ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು Square and a rectangle are always similar? No. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರು ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ is not a square always ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್? ನೋ. ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರನ್ನ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಖಂಡಿತ. ಬಟ್ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ನ ರಾಂಬಸ್ನ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಇನ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಚ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ರಾಂಬಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ರಾಂಬಸ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ರಾಂಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಗಲ್ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಾಂಬಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೂ ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್. ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್, ಎರಡು ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್. ಹೌದು, ಎರಡು ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್, ಓಕೆ, ಇಕ್ವಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ while discussing the triangle topic, actually we discussed this topic right now. So which is the right answer for this? Actually option C is the right answer. Option C is the right answer, students. Okay, so this is about the question number 30. Got the idea of this one now? Yes. Now here I want to stop the class for today and no other classes, okay, for you. So you can prepare for your today's mathematics and science exam. Wish you all the best for your examination. Okay, meet you in the next class. See you.